Hey, Shalom Akim, Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Kodash. Double honors go out to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who through the Holy Spirit continue to teach us His knowledge and wisdom. Alright. Well, what do you know? Rutgers will require students to get the vaccine. Alright. Boy, hey, the elites are making their push and they're just giving out orders. And by and large, people are, this is from Inside Hire, by and large, people are just following lockstep, you know. Those that at least truly believe in this whacked out society. It says Rutgers University announced Thursday that it would require students to be vaccinated against the the bug before coming to campus next fall. So they're saying 6 months ahead of time. All right, we want you to get the jab before you come back. But my thing is, why would anybody want to come back? They're going to let you know what they're thinking. It says the public institution in New Jersey may be the first, or at least among the first universities, to take the step of mandating students receiving the jab. All right. 3 different vaccines are currently authorized for emergency use, but not yet fully approved. Why? Because this is all an experiment. All right. But they're not telling you this. All right. So how can you feel sorry? And I'm talking about our people. Here it is, this man has continually screwed you over. And yet, as that one had to be the so-called black woman with that defeatist hairstyle, that blonde crap, that low crop blonde, what they call nigger blonde. All right. Totally defeated. She just gonna say, well, I'm gonna stick my hand out. I don't want to know what's in it. I'm not asking what's in it. How can you feel sorry for people like that when something goes wrong? We always bring up, hey, you gotta go ahead and get it. You've been told time and time again. You've been warned. What? This says, simply put, never trust thine enemy. We could stop it right there. Common sense. Never trust thine enemy. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Is iron going to always rust? Yes. 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. It never fails. It never fails. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou art the last, remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Because this devil always has ulterior motives. All right. It says, of course, it says they hadn't been fully approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. In making the decision on whether to require the jab approved through the emergency use authorization process. Emergency use. I mean, what can you say at this point about, people's ability to reason? Our people, at least. That's why scriptures say our people are Sodom's children, Jeremiah 4:22, it says colleges are treading untested legal ground. All right. Antonio Calcato, Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer at Rutgers, said the vaccine requirement had been thoroughly reviewed by the university's Office of General Counsel. You better believe they did. All right. Because this is all coming from on high, on, the elites. All right. He said the university, which currently conducting about 97% of its classes online, wants to find a way to bring students back to campus safely. But I smell a rat. I'm looking out the window now and my campus is just empty, Calcado said. There's no one even walking the streets. We need to use every tool available to us to be able to bring back the college experience for our students. They deserve the college education. Is that so? Or I'll give you something else to think about. This is just another clever rules, all right, in order to get more people vaccinated. Not worried about college experience, all right? They're playing with people's heads here because they know that, hey, we're, human. We were made to interact. All right, so you got people online taking their courses, all right, and they're going to jump at the chance, to get back anywhere. But in particular, like he says, getting that college experience, all right? And it's nothing but wickedness that happens there. But again, this is just an excuse to get more people, to give them the jab at the end of the day. When you make a decision of this magnitude, it's not going to be popular with everyone. We have students who will push back. We have students and families that are ecstatic that we are requiring this because they feel that their son or daughter or loved one is going to be that much safer as they come to college. Good point. So why change it until, what's the hurry now? And that's my point. It said it really runs the spectrum. Rutgers is requiring students to provide proof they have received a jab authorized for use in the U.S. Currently, those produced by Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson. Although they will not accept other vaccines approved internationally, university officials say they will work with international students to help them get the jab upon their arrival in the U.S. All right, which is really weird because what's the difference in all these? I mean, so these other people, they have to get shot up twice. I mean, this is just some BS. It says students will be able to request exemptions for medical or religious reasons. Really? But here's the thing. It says students enrolled in online-only programs or off-campus continuing education programs will not be required to be vaccinated. And that's for now. But in other areas of their life, such as their work or somewhere else where they regularly, attend, they might be required to have it. So, I mean, they're not out of the woods, all right? And that's how these devils are going to attack, all right? They're going to come from different ways at you to accomplish the same goal. It says just one vaccine manufactured by Pfizer is currently approved for individuals under 18. Those age 16 and up, meaning that as of now, there's just one option for incoming freshmen who haven't yet turned 18. All right, where you tell you never, I mean, it says, all right, the vaccine supply is expected to ramp up rapidly in the coming months, with federal officials saying that all American adults should be able to get at least their first jab by the end of May. Dorrit Rubenstein Rice, a professor at the University of California, Hastings College of the Law, who studies laws related to the jab, said she believes Rutgers is on solid ground in requiring, of course they're all going to agree. All right. It says, but she noted two caveats. The wrinkle right now is right. It says the wrinkle right now is that the vaccines are still under EUA, and the other wrinkle is access. But they're not requiring it tomorrow, they're requiring it for the fall. He says, and even if not, she goes on to say, although there's not legal certainty, universities have a plausible argument that it's legal to mandate the jab under the EUA. All right. She says, Rice pointed out that the law establishing the EUA process states that individuals who receive an EUA-approved drug must be informed not only of the option to accept or refuse it, but also of the consequences, if any, of refusal. She also pointed out that while the law speaks to the authority of the Secretary of Health and Human Services, it does not address whether a jab can be required in a university or employment setting. All right. All right. So it says here at least 2 lawsuits have been filed, one by a corrections officer in New Mexico and one by employees of the Los Angeles Unified School District, arguing that their employers cannot mandate jabs authorized through the EUA process. The lawsuit from LA educators filed last week argues that the statute establishing the EUA process reflects a fundamental public policy goal of striking a balance between giving people the option of having access to experimental, and that's the key word there, experimental medical products during public emergencies, while also assuring that no one is forced to accept administration of such an experimental medical product. The suit argues that a vaccine mandate effectively usurps that public policy objective and stands in violation of clear federal statutory authority and guidelines. So now they're conflicting. All right. I hate that word legal. I really do. I hate that word. All right. Legal. It's legal. And here's the rationale for this. And a lot of people aren't going to pick up on this, so we might as well put it out there. It says, I think they're comfortable with the legal authority supporting this policy, and I think they are totally right. Colleges and universities do routinely require vaccines, such as MMR, measles, mumps, and rubella, chickenpox. I don't see why the current jab would not be put within the same category. See, now if you just read that and didn't know that there is a big difference, such as this is totally new and experimental. It's called mRNA. All right, it has nothing to do with the others he mentioned. Totally different experiment here. It says under the existing federal statutes, because this has to do with RNA and DNA strands and stuff like that. All right. It says under the existing federal statutes and case law, colleges and universities have a broad discretion to require vaccinations as a condition of a full return to campus. And what a lot of people are probably going to do is say, F it, I'm not going. All right, I'll just do it online. You don't want me to do it online? F you. All right, so they're gonna have to go to other means. All right, it says obviously there's disability law that's applicable. Public schools may have some issues with religious exemptions, but broadly speaking, unless there's a major change in precedent, it's not unheard of to have required vaccination. So this is shaping up to be, hey, hey, whoa, we are already coming up on 4 months in uh, to the new year. And it's like we said last year, 2021, for you people that thought it was going to go back to normal, well, wait till it gets, I'm going to say it again, wait till it gets warm out here. All right? People are, what's the word? Wow. People are just tired. They're tired of the BS. They know it's BS. All right? So you may see a lot more shootings. Don't know, just saying that. Hey. And this, it's not like this isn't by design. You know, let's get some more scriptures, because who are you dealing with? You're dealing with the wicked. All right? This is Psalms 64:1. It says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David, hear my voice, O Most High, Yahweh, in my prayer preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. These devils, these elites, and those that kiss their ass, all right, they want to get this New World Order established quickly, because they know their time grows short, as Revelation 12:12 says. All right. It says 3, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Who's the perfect? Israel. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? And that's their attitude. It always has been. But with technology such as it has, even though, there's a good and bad side to that, the good for us is they've been exposed. All right. Much of their power was in their secrecy. But like it says in Isaiah 25:7, it says that veil has been lifted. All right. All right. So that's pretty much it on this. Just to let you know that, whoa. And with this stimulus thing, giving out all this money, it's not good for the economy. All right. In fact, that's what they want. They have to crash it. All right. They have to go digital. It's too much freedom. Well, they can't exert the amount of control that they want to with a cash society. It has to be cashless. It has to be digital. All right. And this is setting up for the mark. And these things that with this jab and all this, is getting the people prepared for that mark. All right. Revelation 13:16 and 17. All right. All right. So once again, this has been University. Rutgers University will require students to get the jab. All right. All right. So with that, hey, shalom.